Beach weddings can be stunning, but there's a few things that you need to put a bit of thought into beforehand. Firstly, what are you going to wear? Sand is not conducive to high heels, so make sure that you modify your dress. You probably don't want a long train, and your shoes so that they work well in a sandy, soft environment. Also, when you send your invitations to your guests, maybe point out the fact that it will be on the sandy part of the beach if that's where you're having it, so that they also make sure that they are attired correctly and appropriately for that kind of environment. Another thing is to see if you can cordon off the area. The reason is you don't want someone walking past in budgie smugglers just as you're having your first kiss, and you don't want photo bombs in that moment. So see if you can mark off that area so you don't have people passing back and forth, because it really is a very big distraction. Check to see if you need a permit as well to have your wedding on the beach. Don't just assume that you can do that, because it is a public place and it's more than likely that you will need council permission. Now, from your guest's perspective and making it as comfortable for them as possible, if it's a really warm day, maybe consider providing water bottles, fans, umbrellas, those types of things. And if it's a cold day, considering maybe, once again, umbrellas or lap blankets, those kinds of things to keep them warm. So because you're open to the elements, there's a few more considerations that you need to put into your ceremony than you would if you were having it indoors. It's still beautiful, but you need to give it some thought. And another thing would be, consider your hairstyle. And you also might want to word your celebrant up on this too. Make sure that your hair is tied back so that if you get a sea breeze coming along, you're not competing in the photographs with hair blowing all over your face, because you'll find it very difficult to get a nice photo. The other thing is, and the final thing, is if you're using a signing table that's got a tablecloth on it, make sure that the table is weighed down by sandbags and that the edges of the tablecloth are also anchored into place, because once again, if you get a sea breeze, it could see that table flying across the beach and you don't want that to happen.